Well, we now know the order for the 2024 NHL Draft. That'll be in Vegas. Actually, the Sphere announced tonight as well, June 28th. The Calgary Flames were pre-draft number 9 and now post-draft number 9 as well. So the pick remains as it went in. Maybe we saw Lanny McDonald in here as well that tried to bring out all the stops in terms of the luck. But how do you feel about finishing up here at number 9?
I think it's the one good thing is now we know where we are. Yeah. To have Lanny here was amazing. So, we're going to make a good pick at number 9. I mean, now that we know, it's going to be an interesting draft because usually you kind of foresee how it's going to go, but this one it could be a lot of defensemen that could go early. There's forwards there, but we'll see what teams think, and I think we're going to get a good player.
Well, and no change anywhere through the order. San Jose Sharks will have the number 1 pick, and when you look at the way the draft is, you kind of just described it. You guys have been now putting in the work in terms of looking ahead to that draft in June. What stands out, just maybe in totality, about the way that this first round could look?
Well, you think it looks like it's going to be a little bit more heavy on defense early on in the draft, but again, that could be just me thinking that everyone's going to do their draft licks, but there's a lot of good players. That's one thing I think. If you're, in the position we are, we're going to have an opportunity at a very good player. So, just looking forward to kind of seeing and then getting the list right in order. And we'll in a couple of weeks we'll have the whole amateur staff here. So it's going to be fun to get this thing started.
Well, and as you said, now in terms of where it's going to be and what the position's going to look like. And I wonder how many different variations you go through, or how many different. I know everyone's going to do their mock drafts, probably not the same way in the boardrooms, but just about how you guys start to look at, how things could go, and as you say, kind of the variations of what teams might do ahead of you.
Yeah, you just, you're going to talk to those teams too. Is there chances to move up, or do teams want to move up? You're looking at all those options, but I really think at number 9 we're in a good spot, so it'd be tough to move out of that position. And, never know. Maybe you can move up, but it's tough. Once you get to the top 10, you don't see a lot of movement especially in the last 4 or 5 years.
Well, and you talked at the end of the season, obviously, we're able to grab a number of different picks, first round, and then, throughout the course of the draft this year and next year. But now it's about kind of hitting on those. What about the significance and the importance of making sure that you get players who can contribute to the organization?
Well, that's with all the picks we have, with the 9 picks we have this year, every pick's important, so we're really going to dial in, especially when you get to the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth round. Do we want to move down? Do we want to move up? Is there a player that we really like? So we got to make sure our list is in order, and we kind of, if there's an opportunity to move up to get a player that we think is ahead, we can use those picks. If not, maybe we can move back. So, it's a busy time, and it's probably one of the most fun time being a general manager, to be able to kind of be in those situations, moving up, move down. There's lots of conversations, and again, and you're getting a chance to pick some really, really good young players, and I got to see that over at the U18s.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that. Heading over to Finland and obviously get a chance to see in person and the looks. What about now this process, and obviously trying to watch as much as you can and take in as much, but just what it looks like between now and the end of June?
I think for me, I'm going to watch a lot of the players, more players online that we kind of like. Right. Now that we kind of know where we're at. I've been watching them as we go along, but got to see some live. Now we just, just get ready. And I know the amateur staff's excited. I mean, they're looking forward to it. They're dialed in. Todd and I flew back yesterday together, so we were together the whole last 9 days. He's excited, and so is the staff. So that makes me excited. There's lots of good players.
Well, and you said it's fun in terms of now you kind of look ahead, but what for the amateur staff and how much work that they put in over the course of the year, and what having an opportunity to select in the top 10 could mean to them. To that group as well that puts in the work.
Well, like you said, it's every pick, but to have that top 10 pick, to have 2 in the first round, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, 2, those are exciting. All our picks are, but to actually have 9 picks, I mean, we've gone years where we haven't picked until the 4th round, so it's not that exciting to be at those drafts. But this one we have lots of picks, and we have a lot of different things we can work with.
Well, that's what we're looking ahead to, June 28th, and lucky number 9, Lanny McDonald here with us, and obviously a number 9 pick this June 28th at the NHL Draft in Las Vegas.